Students, I hope you all are fine as we are on the chapter the toy box, and we have completed exercise A part 1, 2 and 3, and today we are going to do exercise B part 1, 2, 3, 4, and exercise C part 1, 2 and 3. So first of all, open your books and registers and come to page number 57. Here we have exercise B, working with words, exercise B part 1. Here are some nouns from the passage, but the letters are jumbled. What are they? Here you can see a box given to you with some jumbled words, and you have to write down these correct words here. So the first one is lawn, B toys, C blossoms, D rubbish, E playroom, F medicine, G staircase, H husband. Okay students, you have to copy down this box as well and then write down the answers in front of these jumbled words given in your book. Now come to the next exercise. We have write down the adverbs from these adjectives, then use the adverbs in sentences of your own. Here I am going to provide you the adverbs and you have to make sentences by yourself. Make sure you are going to make sentences of these words also. The first one is tearfully, B spookily, C steadily, D cautiously, E purposefully. You have to make sentences of these given adverbs. The adverbs are tearfully, spookily, steadily, cautiously and purposefully. Make sure to make sentences of your own. Don't forget to make sentences. Okay, now come to the next part that we have. Part 3, give the full form and explain the following abbreviations. Here are some full of abbreviations given to you and you have to write the full forms of these given abbreviations. Number first is BA. BA stands for Bachelor of Arts. DIR means director. DR means doctor. Degree Fahrenheit. Degrees Fahrenheit, Friday, January, miles per hour, Mr., Mistress, November, Northwest, kilogram, and March. Make sure to write these words, write these abbreviated forms also, and then write down the full forms in front of the abbreviated ones. Make a column and then first write down the abbreviated forms and then write down these full forms. Now come to the next exercise. Here we have exercise 4. Try to give your own explanation for the following proverbs. Here are some, also give an example with when the proverb might be used. Here are some proverbs given to you and you have to write down the explanation of the following proverbs. Here I am going to provide the explanation of these proverbs. The first one is all roads leads to Rome. That means there are many ways of achieving the same aim or the same results. Number second, we have everything comes to him who waits. It means if a person tries hard enough and is patient, she will have success in the end. Number C, if at first you don't succeed, try again. That means a good result can be achieved with perseverance. Number D, it never rains but it pours. That means misfortunes seldom come alone. Number E, make hay while the sun shines. It means make use of good opportunities when they present themselves. Don't forget to write down these sentences from your book and then write down the explanation in front of these sentences. Now the next we have exercise C, learning about languages, subject, verb and object. We have already studied about the subject, verb and object. I hope you all remember it. So you have to make a box here. Exercise C part 1. In your notebook, make a table and write it in the subject, verb and object of the sentences below. You may leave out words that do not form part of the subject, verb or object. You have to make here 4 boxes. First subject, then verb, object and then other words. Here are some sentences given to you and you have to write down that which word belongs to subject, which word belongs to verb and object and the other words. Here I am going to provide the answers of it. You have to make the box as well. The first one is the packers packed all the boxes. So here the subject is the packers, packed is a verb, object is the boxes and other words are all. Number B, we have my sister blamed me for their moodiness. Okay, here my sister is a subject, Blamed is a verb, object is me, and other words include for their moodiness. Number C, we have I pulled a couple of toys from the box. I is a subject, pulled is a verb, a couple of toys is an object, and from the box is other words. Number D, we have I felt the breeze again. I is a subject, felt is a verb, the breeze is other objects, and other words are again. Here, number E, we entered the playroom. We is a subject, entered is the verb, and the playroom is an object. Here I am going to provide it so you can write it easily. We is a subject, verb is a entered, and object is a the playroom. The last part was skipped, so I'm writing it here again. I hope this is clear to you now. Now moving to the next, we have find the verbs and objects in the following sentences. You have to find out the verb and object given in the following sentences. Number first is Matilda scolded her brother. Scolded is a verb and her brother is an object. The woman wanted the medicine. Wanted is a verb and the medicine is an object. The children's father found an air vent. Found is a verb and air vent is an object. The father hit the door with his club. Hit is a verb and the door is an object. The mother put the clothes in the cupboard. Put is a verb. The clothes is the object. The bold words with italicized are the bold and italicized words are the verb and the underlined words are the objects. Now the next we have fill in the blanks with suitable objects. Ahmad and Saqib watered the plants in the evening. The bees collected nectar from the flowers. In the book, we found a flower. The lifeguard saved the drowning boy. Sana, have you done? These are the fill in the blanks with suitable objects. Now next we have challenge and while reading. Challenge is given to you on page number 56. So first write down the question and then write down its answer. The challenge is, why do you think the phrase suitable accommodation is placed within inverted commas? So here is the answer. That suitable accommodation means that the new house was a comfortable and a safest place to live. Now come to the next, we have while reading on page number 60. Make sure to copy down the question of while reading and challenge also. Do you think grandmother actually saw a rat? While reading is given on page number 53. And it is, do you think it was Tom's imagination or was there really something spooky about the house? Could there have been a ghost? So here's the answer. At first it seems that there was a ghost until the mystery of the toy box was resolved and Tom's family found a lady with a baby. Okay students, you have to do all this work in your registers. If you still have any confusion, you can ask in the group.